Hey guys, it's Al again. I'm back here with another video game review. Today we're taking a look at Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2. This game is currently free to play, and you can download it from the PSN or Xbox Live service. And it's also possible that you might not even need to be paying for the service to use the online features, but it's possible that was a timed exclusive thing for the launch. I don't know if that's still going on. But either way, we're going to hop into the game and we're going to see if it's worth playing. So when you first drop into the game, this is where it's going to drop you. This is your base camp. And this is where you do everything to get yourself ready to take part in the missions or the sorties, whatever you want to call them. Basically playing the game proper. Here we just have a quick look around the base camp. We're going to run around and talk about each of the stations real quick. First, we're going to go right behind us into the hangar. And when you go into the hangar, that is where you're going to upgrade your mobile suits. Upgrading's pretty easy. You talk to this lady here. And hey, perfect. I was upgrading my Gundam and it's ready. So we're going to click on that. And we're going to take a look at what we got. We got another 100 points on our enhancement list. You can see there, as it ticks down, the more points you get, the more advantages you get there. And I'm going to have to upgrade it one more time in order to get another advantage. So we're just going to do our Gundam one more time. You can shorten the amount of time, but it's always going to take about 70 hours. And that's real-time hours. You do not have to play the game that entire time. And you can use the mobile suit while you're upgrading it. So this area here, this is the clan area. This guy looks like he's behind the bar. That's where you'd sign up for a clan. The clan terminal, that's where you would pick up any bonuses that your clan got. Bonus DP, bonus tokens, what have you. Okay, so this guy here, this is where you go to pick up any rewards that you have to claim. You can see here, I got 1,000 DP I'm going to collect, so we're going to take that and we'll be on our way. This guy over here, when you're ready to rank up, this is the guy you talk to. Every 10 levels you get to rank up. You've got to complete, you get your 10 levels, then you've got to do your 3 missions and you rank up. This just shows you the news and where you are on your daily logins. Not that big a deal, never really used it. The supply corner, this is interesting. This is where you're going to buy new mobile suits and weapons and such. The supply drops, those you're going to get random crates, and it could be weapons in there, it could be parts in there. You can see you can buy 1 or you can buy 10. I usually save up to do 10 at a time. The DP exchange, this is where you're going to do a lot of your stuff. You can buy mobile suits, weapons, custom parts, clothing and accessories. We're going to take a look at the mobile suits quick. There's a nice variety of mobile suits in here. You can see the Akai's. The ones that are highlighted are the ones that I can currently buy, the ones that I currently have the rank to buy. You can see I'm still fairly low rank. I can't buy much. I do want to get the Alex and the Blue Destiny Unit 3. I'm saving up for those so that as soon as I get to that rank, I'll be able to buy them. But you can see there, as we tick down, different suits have different levels. We'll talk about the cost and stuff in a little bit. Oh, we're just going to tick through here a little bit, give you a quick look at what kind of suits are in there. And they all handle different, they all feel different, which I like. A lot of games like this, everything feels the same. That's not the case with this one. Some mobile suits feel more sluggish than others. So that's something I really enjoy, is that the mobile suits actually feel different. So you can take a look here, different main weapons. It'll tell you there which mobile suits can use the weapons. And if they're highlighted, you have the mobile suit. If they're not, like these, like the ones that are dark there, I don't have those guys. The ones that are highlighted or bright, those I have. So if I was high enough rank, I could buy this saber and I could give it to my Gundam or my GM cannon. Custom parts. These we'll talk about in a little bit, but these are how you increase stats on a mobile suit. You can see there you can increase long range, medium range, and close range. every mobile suit's going to have a different number of each of those you can personalize to your content. And again, we'll take a look at that when we look at the mobile suits in a little bit. Clothing and accessories I don't worry about much. I really don't care what my avatar looks like, I just want to play the game. The recycle corner, mostly more of the same. We're going to take a quick look, except there isn't as much and it seems to change daily. So when you get a crate and you get something you've already got, you get recycle tickets for it, and that's how you go about getting these. Markings, these are things you can add to your mobile suits. See there, the Midnight Fenrir from Zeonic Front, several others, patterns. If you wanted to say make your mobile suit camouflage, this is how you would do that. Okay, now there's really only one more area to look at on the base currently. This area, I don't know why it's here. It's just big and empty. And then right here we have the sortie count corner. This is where you're going to go to play the game proper. As you can see, you got a ranked match, and your ground and space rank will affect the rewards you get, and those increase or decrease depending on how you do in the ranked matches. Quick matches, just your typical quick match. Custom match, you can make a match for your friends, free practice. This is where you try out new mobile suits. So we're going to go up to quick match here. We're going to take a quick look at what's in there. See, you got a basic match with 300 cost. That means mobile suits that are 300 costs or lower you can use in that one, and it's units that have to be compatible with the ground. And space, of course, units that are compatible with space. Now we're going to take a quick look at the mobile suits here. We're going to go up to the Blue Destiny, and we're going to use that as our little guinea pig here to show you what's what. You can see it tells you what the cost is in the upper left corner there. Cost for the Blue Destiny is 350, which means I would not be able to use it on the ground map. And since space is darked out, I would not be able to use it on the space map either. It is not compatible. You can see here, this is where you'd go to customize it. Now these are the parts we were looking at earlier in the shop. And you can see that it does not have much area to increase the long range. Medium range, it's got a little bit, but it's got a lot of close range there that we can add in there, and that again will affect how much damage it does, how much damage it takes, and so on. And you can see there, couldn't use either of those because it would put me over. Sub-weapons, can't do anything with those. Those don't change, they just stay as is. The main weapons though, those you can edit. See here, I've got an extra saber that's compatible, so I could change that if I wanted to. The guns, you can choose which kind of gun you have with compatible weapons. I tend to like to stick with the machine gun type weapons. I think they tend to work better. That's just my personal feeling. You might prefer the beam weapons. Here you can edit your shortcuts. I usually just leave it as is. And the skills, I believe these increase as you excuse me, as you upgrade your suit in the hangar. So I haven't done any upgrading with this yet, so most of this hasn't leveled up. You can also edit your pilot. This is just what the pilot looks like. Again, I really don't care. The missions, got monthly missions, daily missions. The daily missions, you're always going to have sortie 3 times, it seems. Usually you're going to have something that's going to tell you to either sortie on a ground mission or a space mission twice to get a token. And the third one is always kind of up in the air. That one changes every day. You never know what it's going to be until you do it. So that's what the missions are. Limited, haven't been any limited missions. Those I believe are promotional. Hasn't been any of those since I've been playing the game, so I can't speak to them yet. And then promotion missions, this is where you're going to find the missions when you hit that 10 point and you're ready to go up to the next rank. So again, there's 3 of them. You complete those, you level up. You can also save. So now we're going to hop into some gameplay and we're going to talk about how the game runs. Okay, so now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. We're going to get into the gameplay. So all of the game modes are anywhere from 5-on-5 to 6-on-6. They're all online. So there's no single player to this game. You're always going to be put in with random people. If you get friends, you can make your own teams, but I usually just play randomly. There's a variety of game modes, but mostly you're stuck into a field with each other. Kill more mobile suits than the other team is the basic goal of the game. As you can see here, I'm playing with a Zaku 2 this time around with some kind of a shotgun, machine gunny thing. Excuse me. Got a little bit of a cough today. Anyway, my typical strategy for the land games is shoot for the legs, because eventually you will injure the legs, or not injure is not the right word, but damage the legs of the opponent. And once they can't move, they can't do anything, and you are going to and you're going to destroy them. Now, you can get out of your mobile suit, which you'll see eventually in this gameplay here. And when you're out of your mobile suit, you can fire a machine gun, you can fire a bazooka, which can actually damage other mobile suits, though not much. You can repair your own mobile suit, and you can plant bombs in the opponent's bases, depending on the game type, which you'll see, I believe, towards the end of this. There, I just destroyed a mobile suit and got 100 points for it. So that's what the game is. It's pretty simple. It's not all gravy. I do have some issues. For one thing, the melee combat's a little clunky. I won't lie about that. It feels like you should be able to swing more times consecutively easier. So I tend to just stick far away and shoot, because you can actually do that consecutively if you got a weapon that allows for it. But melee, it's like you can maybe get off 2 shots in a row, and then you have to recharge your melee for some reason. Now I get it, they did that for balancing reasons. But yeah, it's kind of hokey, and I'm not a big fan of the melee. Although, otherwise, I do think the game's pretty fun. You can jump. How long you hold the jump button will affect how far you jump. You've obviously got an overheat meter here, so you can't roll around indefinitely. And I just got killed. So we're going to go to the respawn screen. And every mobile suit's got a certain amount of time you gotta wait before you can respawn. You can respawn with just your avatar if you want. But in this case, I'm going to wait for my mobile suit, and we're going to go in. Any point that your team controls, you can respawn at. So you want to control as many of those points as you can. You can see somebody called in an airstrike in the distance there. I'm trying to kind of work around to my opponent's base, because you get a bunch of extra points if you can destroy the base. And you do that by planting a bomb in it. Anyway, I think I've talked about just about everything gameplay-wise, so I'm just going to be quiet here. I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of the game, and I will chime back in towards the end and tell you what my final opinion of the game is.
敵が撃破されました。敵拠点への爆弾設置に成功。味方機が撃破されました。味方機が撃破されました。味方機が撃破されます。厳しい戦いですが諦めないで。砲撃が来ます。敵拠点の破壊工作に成功です。味方機が撃破されました。中継地点の制圧確認。損傷警備。戦闘継続に問題です。作戦残り時間2分です。モビルスーツ大破。味方機が撃破されました。出撃お願いします。中継地味方機が撃破されました。中継地点の制圧確認。損傷警備。戦闘継続に問題なし。味方機が撃破されました。
Okay, so the match has about a minute left in it. What are my final thoughts on the game? Good points. All the mobile suits feel different. The weapons all feel different, except for the melee ones. All those that I've encountered so far feel pretty much the same, and I'm not a fan of the melee. But I think the game's fun. Are there better arena games like this? I'm sure there are. I haven't played many games like this, but I'm sure there are better. This is basically Titanfall with Gundams, is basically what this game is. So if you like this kind of game, there's fun to be had here, but I think this game is mainly going to cater towards Gundam fans. If you're a Gundam fan, there's a lot of fun to be had here. If you're not really a Gundam fan, there's probably better options for you. And I just got killed right as the time ended. Anyway, so that's my verdict on the game. If you're a Gundam fan, it's free to play. Go out and get it. I think you'll enjoy it. If you're not a Gundam fan, still, it's free. You can try it. But I think it's going to be more fun for people who are fun of Gundam. I don't think there's much appeal here for people that aren't Gundam fans. So I want to thank everybody for joining me. Tell me in the comments below, what do you think about this game? What's your favorite Gundam series? I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. This has been Al. I'll see y'all next time. I'm out.